and she conquered. That's exactly how Smita Agarwala from Deccan Aces played in the very first match of Virtual Poker League presented by #Poker, powered by Poker Sports League. I'm Himani Singh and welcome back to day 2 of Virtual Mayhem. Well, first of all, a very big shout out to all you poker loving people for joining us on the YouTube channel of #Poker. And if you're joining us today, then guys, you are about to witness history. Because for the first time, the creme de la creme of poker minds have come together to bring a smile on someone's face. They are committed to give away their winnings from this exhibition poker league to our charity partners, and they are United Way Chennai, Super School India and Ascot. With me, I have my partner Sriram and Raj. Hi guys, how are you doing? Good?
Pretty good.
Yeah, after yesterday's match, it was quite an exciting day, and I think we're all set to talk about the insights of what has happened so far, and the experts will give you the insight, but let me just tell you the gist of it. During the course of the first sit and go match, everyone thought that Romit Advani from Gujarat Falcons was going to ship this one. But the twist of events, I must say, Smita Agarwala paved her way to the top with her sheer survival instinct and skill. So here comes the leaderboard post match 1. Sid Karya busted in the 6th position, so he couldn't add any points to the scoreboard for going nuts. That, I think, came as a total surprise for everyone, right? What do you say? What do you think about his gameplay? I think it was a total shocker for him to get busted first.
It was unfortunate, to say the least. What happened was he got into a hand he couldn't get away from. Pretty standard situations in poker. It was a top pair versus a set which turned into a full house. I don't think anyone could have got away from it. What do you think, Sriram?
Yeah, Sid Karya actually, he finished last in that very first sit and go, but he played way better than his position actually showed. He made some tight folds, some very good folds, and in the end, like Raj said, just ran into a better hand of Romit.
Moving on, the next player to bid adieu to the table was Sumit Sapra. Sriram, I must say that I remember you speaking very highly of him, so it must have been quite a shocker again for Sumit to get busted on the 5th position, right?
Right, Sumit Sapra, like Raj mentioned, for the Mumbai Anchors was going to come in hot and heavy, and that's exactly how he started off today. He was coming in hot, heavy, he had control of the table, he was opening from different positions, and he picked up legitimate hands too. Just wasn't his day.
It just wasn't his day. What do you think, Raj?
Well, he had a great start. I remember the first hand he played was King 9 and it was multi-way. He hit a mid pair and he just took that hand away. The brilliance of the guy, and there was an ace on board. So, amazing start. I think he could have lasted out longer.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll see what happened there. But yeah, tough luck.
Well, it was definitely tough luck for Sumit Sapra, but he did manage to secure 3,000 points for Mumbai Anchors. Okay, next up we have Gunjan Mal, who got busted at the 4th position, unfortunately. Well, he did manage to earn 6,000 points. But really, was that enough? What do you guys think?
Gunjan Mal, we spoke about this before.
Yeah.
He's somebody who plays very unconventionally, and he brought that unconventional style of play today, and he had the other pros in a bit of a quandary. In the end, he just got coolered. He picked up ace-queen suited and ran into Romit's ace-king suited. Tough luck, man.
Well.
The undertone of the entire game today was aggression, sheer aggression, and dog with the bone is the phrase I like to use today for each play that was happening. And Romit with a sizable stack and Gunjan right after him. I mean, it was tough to get away. Ace-queen suited versus ace-king, and the board ran out.
You were saying the tone of the game today was aggressive, but I think the winner that we have from the first event was anything but aggressive, right?
Well, if you come to Smita, she switched gears at the right time.
Yeah.
So you see, the boys were at it, whereas she, kept her distance.
She did.
Let the boys have at it, but she changed gears at the right time.
Right.
There was a lovely hand she played against the chip leader, then Romit Advani, where she had an overpot bet with a jack high. And Romit with the ace high had no other choice but to let go. So she played brilliantly. The fortune favors the brave, but
it does.
She took her spots well.
Well, we'll come to Smita Agarwala very soon, but next up, Srihari Bang, who busted at the third position, managed to get 9,000 points for Chennai Troopers. If I'm not wrong, he is the youngest player on board we have right now.
21-year-old, yep.
Right? Yeah, just 21-year-old. And high hopes from this guy. But what do you guys think about Srihari Bang?
Right, Srihari Bang is one of those kids who everybody rates very highly, and we saw that today. He started off a little slow, he was a bit card dead at the start, but then he started to put the screws on the rest of them. He made some sick moves. I remember Sapra opening from the button with pocket nines, and then Srihari recognizing a great spot, put together 3-bet jam-in with Jack 9 off, one of the plays of the day. Too bad he couldn't make it to the top today, but some crucial points for the Chennai team.
Right, well, it was just not your day. But nonetheless, we have some more events happening, so I'm sure we'll pick it up there. Well, I must admit that watching Smita Agarwala locking horns with the very popular Mr. Cool, Romit Advani, was very, very interesting. I'm sure Romit thought that he had a winning hand when he went all in after Smita's all in. So, experts, what do you guys think about this very, very interesting part of the event?
So there were 3 hands which were in a series, 3-4 hands, which actually turned the tables on their heads.
It
Absolutely.
turned around.
And Romit was ahead and he put in his money good. Smita came up ahead and the other 2 hands were just not in his favor. That's how poker is. And I remember the last hand, it was Ace Queen versus Ace 9. And Sam, you know what he did? He just called out the 9.
Yes,
We had to talk about this.
Yeah, I don't know, Sam had an instinct and he said, oh, I have a feeling that we are going to get a 9.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it happened. Smita got a 9.
Huge victory for Smita Agarwala. Not many people believed she could come out of this tough field on the top, but she showed us what she can do, and a great start for the Deccan Aces. That being said, Romit Advani's come to play. He wants to win this. So I'm sure we're going to see the Gujarat Falcons send out Romit Advani in the finale.
Yeah? Well, Romit earned 15,000 points for Gujarat Falcons. And shipping the first match, Smita Agarwala earned Deccan Aces a whopping 27,000 points, which is definitely putting Deccan Aces a lot ahead. Now that's about match 1 from day 1 of Virtual Poker League, presented by #Poker, powered by Poker Sports League. Even in the second sit and go match, we witnessed a very surprising bust out of Sri Harsha at the 6th position from Delhi Zars, and unfortunately not earning any points for Delhi Zars. Guys, what do you think about this one?
Sriharsha was one of the favorites, and don't get me wrong, earlier he did hit a bump, but he had some brilliant plays, and I want to talk about one of them. One of them was against Mahima, where she had Ace King get away with it. He bluffed her off with 3-4 offsuit.
That's
Brilliant play.
something, yeah.
Right, Sriharsha was, like we said, we know he's going to be a very tough opponent to play. And the other 5 people knew that Sriharsha is definitely a force to reckon with. Made some great plays, but just not to be today. Unfortunate, he's got to walk away with that with no points for the Delhi team.
Well, it's okay. That's what this game is about. Moving on, we have the next bust, and that was of Hani Bijlani at the 5th position. He did manage to earn Mumbai Anchors 3,000 points. So guys, let's hear about Hani Bijlani's performance.
Right, Hani Bijlani started off.
She earned Gujarat Falcons 6,000 points. And experts, let's hear.
Pocket deuces only to see a better pair of pocket tens, and the run out was not in his favor.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, pretty standard spot. A sub 30 big blind stack, I believe Dhaval had. And when Ashish Ahuja with a big stack is opening that often with so many hands, it was the right play by Dhaval. Too bad he ran into pocket tens.
I would like to add one thing. It's very easy for us to judge because we see 2s and 10s. But what our viewers should know is that what we are watching is range versus range. And in this situation where someone's opening so often, 2s is a very solid hand.
Yeah, absolutely. And heads up, any pair, whether it's even deuces, is like a monster hand when you have a sub 30 big blind stack. And that's how the action played. These guys know exactly what range versus range is all about. They played so much poker. It's just that 2s ran into 10s. Doesn't happen often. But that being said, Dhaval's picked up some form.
Yes.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Nuts play the rest of this event. So at the end of an electrifying day of play, we've got 2 teams locked in first position. The 2 teams are the Chennai Troopers and the Deccan Aces. And closely behind them, the Gujarat Falcons. They've got 21,000 points. And then we have the Goan Nuts, who are behind them with 15,000 points. And with some space to cover up, We've got Delhi, who you picked to win it all, and Mumbai, who I picked to win it all. They're both at the bottom of the pile with 6,000 points each.
You're right. So what I meant was the other way around. You know, if you play it backwards, I'm probably right. So yes, Chennai taking the lead and the others following suit, and Deccan tied up with them. I think it's a great start because I didn't want one team to just take the lead. Where's the fun in that?
I think I'll have to agree with you. And all these teams, the teams that are at the bottom of the pile, capable, very capable of coming back and stealing the lead. Going to be an interesting day too.
I'd like to see if that changes the strategy coming up. You know, they won't be so loosey-goosey now. They got to earn the points.
Right, I think with every stage, the pressure becomes more and more. Every decision you make has that much more of an impact on where your team finishes in the end.
Right.
So, looking forward to day 2, I think it's going to be absolutely smashing.
Alright, so there you have it. The experts have given their analysis on day 1. Now, the action of the first event continues to day 2 with match 3 as some of the India's biggest pros set out to collect points for their respective teams. Well, here is the lineup for the third match. Manisha Lamba from Goan Nuts. On seat number 2, we have Anmol Mehta from Delhi Zars. Next, on seat number 3, we have Radhika Shankar from Chennai Troopers. On seat number 4, we have Jai Falcons. On seat number 5, we have Sam Reddy. And finally, on seat number 6, we have Abhishek Goendy from Mumbai Anchors. My God, I think this lineup is just so interesting. We have a combo of a coach and a student from different teams. We have an actor, we have an absolute crusher. So guys, let's hear your take on this lineup.
Interesting lineup. So student combo, that is Radhika Shankar and the coach Abhishek Goendy. Them facing against each other would be an interesting dynamic.
Right, I totally agree to that.
And then you mentioned 2 team owners who are there.
Oh
so
yes, the
there you
team
go.
owners.
Absolutely,
We have
yeah.
team owners playing for this event. So I
Right.
think that's also
Yeah,
quite
right.
interesting.
The team owners, Sam Reddy for the Deccan Aces, and JD Bhaiya, as he's referred to.
As he's referred.
Yeah, he's been on the circuit a long time, the owner of the Gujarat Falcons. Going to be super cool to see those two guys go at it.
Right. So we have the expert analysis on our lineup right now. So the clock is ticking, guys, for us to get to the action on the third sit and go match. So guys, what do you say? Let's go.
All in for charity.
10,
9,
8,
7,
6, 5,
4.
3,
2, 1.
shuffle up and deal.
Alright, welcome everyone to the third match of the Virtual Poker League 2020. I am joined by my friend from England, Sam Razavi. How are you doing, Sam?
Not bad, how are you? You okay, yeah?
Very well, thank you. I guess you caught up on your sleep and ready for more action today?
Yeah, I could barely sleep. The action was fast and furious. It made me want to jump online and play all night, but I had to refrain. So yeah, back into the action.
Back in the thick of it, and we have an interesting run out for both the matches today. We have Manisha Lamba, an Under 52 pro, who is an actress. We have Anmol Mehta, who is a former lawyer, a third generation former lawyer who left his job and now plays online. He's been crushing it absolutely online. We have Radhika Shankar, who is a regular on the live scene and has a few results to show online as well. We have Jaideep Davar, JD Bhaiya, who's also the team owner, followed by Sam Reddy, another team owner. And last but not the least, I've saved the best for the last, is Abhishek Goendy,
You can't choose seats.
who is the master coach, who is joined by 2 other students on this table. That is Radhika and Sam Reddy. What do you think of the lineup, Sam?
It's brilliant. It's great to see a real mix of characters, and it will definitely make for, I think, a different dynamic. I think it's really interesting that 2 of Abhishek's students, so to speak, are on the table. Hopefully we can see them use some of his own tactics against him. That would be that would send him on tilt for sure.
Absolutely. We're going to switch over to the Banter for a second because this is the beginning.
I think. Yeah. Abhishek, it's on you.
Man, I can't see the screen. It's just so bad, dude. Like my.
Abhishek, call up Richie.
All right. So we can see the hands now. The first one takes a one to
it's
load,
not
so as to
working for
say,
me. Just hold on.
training it up.
Yeah.
Now we can see the hands.
Yeah. I think Abhishek's maybe too involved in his banter to focus on his hand, and he might just time out here with the Jack-8 of spades. That's too tight. Stop that. Stop the banter. Oh.
Anmol.
A 3-something X-rays. Can be
Oh,
playing with
the
a very
shades are
wide
on.
range.
Yeah, that's actually
Back. Mike, can you hear me?
a free bet because Sam Reddy's opened under the gun. I can definitely see early action coming in this game, and this is really interesting flop actually because Sam Reddy has 2 overcards and the gut shot to the nut straight, but Anmol with
Who's
the
on +7 Pro?
up and down.
Ask him if it's
I
on.
believe
And the
Sam would
backdoor
like to
flush
see
draw.
that free card.
Yes. He would. It's not going to get it. Oh wow!
Free
I
card.
thought for sure Anmol would continue
I
there.
just can't figure out what's going on.
Having said that, this is another great card for Anmol, I guess, because
This
he
is
can
giving a
now
lot of load, bro.
he can now represent Sun and
Absolutely.
River.
Yeah, bro.
It represents his range much more than the other players, but we see Sam Reddy leading out.
Yeah, and Anmol's
started.
certainly going to
Yeah.
call this, and
Yeah, the whole
then
thing, I'm just not able to see my hand.
I guess
Queen's not
Sam
working.
Reddy's probably, given how the action's gone, is probably going to have to give up on the river. And Anmol may get away with it with a bluff, but we'll see.
So I got the funniest comment online. I'm going to discuss it after this hand.
Hate the slider. The bet
Oh,
slider
he's
is
coming up
maybe
with
faster.
We call this air versus air, and who has the better air?
Who has the hottest air?
Hottest air.
CSNG.
Yeah, this is a
Oh, is it?
this is a great
Yeah.
follow through bluff on the end. I would have expected Anmol to bet draws and whatnot, so I would have been narrowing his range down to king or a pair, and I would I probably would have given up on the river, but that was good play.
Poker table. People don't
So what's your comment?
So I had this person who's talking about where are the masks and social distancing. Dude, we're playing online. The whole idea we're not wearing masks and not playing live or whatever is because we're online. What do I say to that?
I was going to.
I am your father.
I was actually going to. I was thinking of just as a joke having a mask on at one point, but I didn't know. You don't know who's gonna
Yeah.
react in what way. So yeah, social distance. They're all online.
Back.
Okay, Radhika making the most of the position, making the bet and taking it down. I think they're going to play a lot of small ball here, Sam. What do you reckon? In the beginning.
I think it might be a. I think it's that strange combination of wanting
We
action,
can't see the video.
but then
correct,
also
as we
playing
play?
quite passive.
We can.
This is what.
The
If
stream
that
you mean?
first hand's anything to go by, we
actually,
saw
you're
we saw
facing-
Anmol, 3-bet, pulling out the 3-bet straight off the bat with the 6-7. So I think they like the action. They want to get involved in hands, but post flop, it doesn't seem like the aggression's showing. So I think we'll see a lot of action, but post flop, probably as you said, a lot of small ball.
Right.
Yeah, he's gone down.
Anmol's pretty much in it. He wants to play a lot of hands.
Anmol's an animal. That's right. The 6-7, Queen 6. Get it in there.
So Anmol's history, we actually shared a commentator's booth
They're
together
timing out by the
at
way.
the
Why don't I show
DPT.
my
Oh,
blind?
okay.
I'm disconnected, bro.
Ah, nice.
And the new setting, it's new to
Are you
everyone.
not able to?
And everybody comes into the element, a few levels down the line. It's an adjustment
Yeah.
for everyone.
Abhishek is
Yeah, that
unable to
definitely
open
has
the game
seemed to
or-
be the trend the last two matches. And wow, look at this.
Quite a big hand for Sam Reddy.
The game.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I can't. No, I'm losing this.
Questionable call pre-flop,
I'm
but it's
losing this
worked
for
out.
Banter, so I have to keep this on. But I can-
Anmol trying to bet out with the overcards.
I can put
Is
a game on
he's
another.
just gonna flat. I like that play.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind juicing the pot up, but now Amnol with the straight draw as well, he's probably gonna.
What do you think of the
Fuck,
check
I
back
think
from
it's
Sam?
more
I think
aggressive.
he could have bet into the spot, right? Or he could check raise here.
I would have probably gone for the check raise, given what the board's like, and
There you go. We are the oracle, man. We just say.
yeah. Well, well, I think I would have preferred the check raise on the flop just to beef up the pot a bit,
Everything is perfect.
and
We can chat, not a
check
problem.
raising the turn
Good.
Oh, he has sent
could
me
potentially get you into trouble.
Alright.
It
We
won't-
got
it
some
won't-
banter going on, Sam.
Fold karo, yeah, Anmol.
I'll figure it out.
कर दिया आपके लिए.
कोई बात है, I'll figure it out.
What did you show? What did you show?
Jacking. Yeah, super.
Yeah. Got it.
I'll pay for my phone, bro.
But if you play from your phone, we won't be able to see you. Or maybe hear you also.
One sec.
Okay, so back to us, and there was some banter going on, and apparently the cards were shown. He showed his cards.
Can't see.
Yeah.
Oh, he showed what at the end of that hand, the Jack 8. He
yeah,
showed.
he did. But that's what the players were saying on the banter, and we were also introduced in that banter to Manisha Lamba's dog.
Chiki has a laptop.
Make sure there's no collusion. Make sure the dog's not playing any hands.
I'm all in. I'm all in. Okay, we have
Been
some
a
people
trend since.
railing for Manisha Lamba. I wonder if you could get more eyeballs because from the mainstream because of her. That would be nice, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, there's been a trend the last
go,
two
King Eye.
matches of these small post-flop bets. I think
Open. What do you reckon of that?
it was. Yeah, I was
Wow,
just
rather
thinking
tough.
that myself. I think it's fine. I probably tend to lean more towards the min open if I'm opening much more. Like if I'm trying to take control and opening every other hand or every hand, but you could certainly open to a bit more than that. Just don't price the big
Right.
blind in with anything. Let them
We
pay.
Yeah.
Opening for value, but look at this. Yeah,
4-bet.
3-bet to 5, 4-bet to 1400, and this peeling this would be very bad here.
Both
So
characters fighting it out.
fold.
Yeah.
Dude, while I do the same shit, we're just trying to connect to the internet.
We enter the 4-bet territory pretty early into the game. That's good to see. It shows that it might
Yeah.
be an entertaining table.
I think, and it's going to be really entertaining if Sam tries the same shenanigans after
Slow down
Manisha.
after a while.
Undoubted. Oh wow! I
When the
thought
blinds
this
We got
might
some
be,
talk happening. So we're just going to switch to that banter for here.
Need them later.
All right, we are back, and Manisha has a premium hand, and there's a small pockets on the table. Do you see some set mining happening here, Sammy?
Keep it on, JD.
Yeah, Abhishek obviously looking for that cheap 4 to come off, and funnily enough, with all those hands, he's actually got the best of it at the moment. I would have really expected a squeeze from Manisha with the ace queen. Maybe she doesn't want to get too involved in playing these huge pots, 300 big deep,
Abhishek.
understandable.
In a softer field,
Abhishek.
would have made more sense, right?
Queen for the win.
Yeah, in a softer field, definitely make more sense. Heads up, the ace queen, I would have continued on this flop. Four-handed, you've got to give someone some credit for something, and that's fine. I don't know if Sam, I don't know much about him now, but I get a feeling, just this feeling, he might be a bit of a sticky player, even four-handed. He might decide to peel one off.
JD, what are you looking
the
at,
ace
bro?
high.
Right.
Cheeky ace of diamonds for the
It's on
back
me?
door,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
I've already checked.
We got some talk and banter happening
Yeah,
again.
but now
Mid-hand, so it's
Abhishek
funny.
bets,
We're
so
going
you
to switch
have
to that.
I mean, it's all.
I've already. Okay. Now it's on me. Yeah. There was some lag, I guess.
There's some lag, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, that's a gin turn. Do we see the black 4 on the end? Nope.
It's the 9 of hearts.
Yeah, so Sam can legitimately go for value here. There's no way Abhishek's going to bet out with a king, then check the king
Yeah,
because he's
absolutely.
scared of the flush or whatever. So
Bet board.
his hand looks like what it
Learn
is:
from poker
eights,
cast,
sevens. It's actually 4s, but yeah.
Abhishek had pocket 7s.
And yeah, pretty
But that-
standard value bet will fold on the end.
Anmol predicting that
Ace
Anmol
Canada
had
had
pocket
man.
7s.
You had an ace of diamond.
But he had pocket 4s. But still
Ah,
marginally close, marginally close.
kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
But this
Wait, it's
is
400, 400 already?
set up for disaster here.
Yeah.
However, Anmol will probably open the ace-8, so that might change the dynamic of small blind, big blind. So the 10s might eventually find a
There's
way
no
out of
overswing
this.
then.
I assume there'll be a free bet,
Boom.
and then Sam Reddy will pull out the cold.
So what we know about Sam, apart from
Wow.
him being the
Yeah,
owner,
Mr.
is that he plays a loose aggressive style, and his favorite hand is Jack 9.
Well, if you're sitting with 10s and you know that his favourite hand's Jack 9, then,
You guys find it out.
Yeah.
Wow, just a flat
Just
call.
the flat. Oh, the overcard. That's interesting. Both have an underpair compared to the board.
Yeah, I mean, this won't be.
JD likes
this
to raise
isn't-
from small
This
blind.
isn't a perfect board for either of them. If I'm in J deep spot, I'm not worried that the king's
Okay.
hit because I'm expecting Ace King to pull out a big re-raise pre. Do I think Sam's loose enough to flat call with King Queen suited?
What kind of
Maybe.
king does he have?
But the king is really a nothing card in that scenario. So
And also a diamond in hand encouraged both of Sam to just make the call as well.
yeah, I mean, I'd definitely be more concerned in Sam's spot here than I would in J Deep's, and I think it's safe to check again here
Right.
because the hands are looking fairly face up. You don't need to get yourself into any nonsense. There's probably not many cards that are going to come on the river that are really going to change either holding, obviously apart from the queen or the 10.
Sam is making the positional bet of just under a third of the pot.
Yeah. Nice value bet. I mean, I would have tried to get more money in pre-flop with this hand. Now, the way this is played, it really does begin to smell like 10s or jacks. I think it might go check, but it would be great if Sam gets another value bet in on the end. You'd expect JD to keep piling on with the ace king or better.
Pocket 10s.
So
check it is.
check's fine.
Oh, wow. Good guess. I thought king,
9s
queen.
could be in the range, but it's beginning to smell like what it was. Jacks.
Queens and
or
all,
jacks,
Sam,
10s,
Mr. Sam
possibly
Reddy.
even
Yeah.
Nice
Right.
hands, nice hands.
We got
Yeah,
some
the
talk
two
going
queens.
on that hand
How
because
many
of the
cards
check.
are you
We're
gonna
switching to
get,
the
yeah?
banter.
I told you.
You're running hot.
Yeah, got lucky. I think he would have gone all in. I don't think he was going to call. Yeah. Pre-flop.
Sam happy with this hand there.
एक दो हाथ छोड़ दो यार.
How many? Any two cards here?
Yeah, I'm not sure about this call. I would
Any two
always
cards.
fold the ace-3 in this spot pre-flop. If I did want to get involved, I'd
Yeah, the
take
queen or
a more
10.
aggressive stance and
Have a
3-bet
good
pre.
card.
Pre.
Chill. Fold.
Yeah. have a very big
But maybe
heart also.
Sam has other plans. No.
Nice.
I mean, you are kind of handicapped with the ace-3 offsuit in early position. If you hit an ace, what can you do?
He's just playing on his phone now.
Yeah, I mean, it's really ace-3.
First fold
I
I
wouldn't.
Sam.
I wouldn't fault him so much for calling him 3-4 suited.
He had like 9
But the ace-3, even though it's it's
Yeah.
essentially
Oh, jam,
stronger,
We got some banter going on, Sam. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off, but you're gonna hear them.
it's good. It's good.
you know. Okay, it's back to us, Sam. It's like I get teased, man. Whenever I switch over, they just. I think the hand got interesting. We have
What's
the
their
nut
banter? Are they
crusher.
saying, why is no one wearing a mask? Okay, so Ace. J-Deep going nowhere. This is a monster turn card for J-Deep. Up and down.
Manisha hasn't played a single
The
hand so far.
overcard, the straight draw, and the nut flush
This is
draw.
it?
Boo.
If
This is kind of a good card for J-Deep in terms of calling with ace high. However, if Manisha has the reputation for being a fairly tight player, this would probably be in quite a quick snap fold. But
it seems she had a strategy in mind that she's going to bet anywhere on the river.
yeah, looks like it. A worse flush draw has missed on the turn. The diamonds got there.
JD
What you got,
Bhaiya,
Mini?
let's it go.
You'll
He
know
was
in
mulling
15
it behind his
minutes.
shades.
Nice
Or a
play.
couple of hours, yeah.
She's frozen now. Okay.
Alrighty then.
Both are not frozen.
Yeah, the videos are pretty lagging.
Pretty mediocre hands for everyone here. Let's see who decides to put more aggression.
Yeah, it's a bag of bones out there, really. But
Oh, he's back.
I wouldn't
Man is
be
back.
surprised if it folds round to
This is so
Sam
tilting.
if he
What?
puts in
This
his
is the only time I
standard
tilt. This is the only time I
min
tilt.
raise.
It's sabotage here, we fixed you.
Other than that, I don't see
Me
anything
and Radhika, it worked.
Yeah, man.
I
else apart from a
Otherwise, we
fold
can't win
round.
against.
I guess this is a good
Abhishek on the
time.
button, of course.
Yeah.
The blinds are
I guess this is a good time as any to remind
Yeah,
all those who are
it's
joining
good-
us that
it's
the
good to get over it in
registration
an hour.
starts from the
I almost
18th
missed
of
the
this
whole
month for
Going to
the
play
online
best with,
PSL.
short stack.
Yeah.
It'll be a good
Hey,
initiative,
that's
guys.
a
Just
real internal strategy.
register. You can play all the way up to the 21st of November, I guess. And you can play 6 out of the 21
Remember 10
qualifiers
big
that are
blinds,
there.
so it'll be okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I love those spots. 10, 15.
Can I play as well? Or?
Yeah, I guess so you can ask the people that I don't think they're
Mini
going
is
to be
missing,
shy.
Raj is
We're
missing
going to switch to
on
the
this.
banter
Yeah,
now.
they're sitting out as well, I think.
Okay,
they're
great. So then it's
playing
not just me. I have a feeling it's everybody's internet because someone said the viewing experience was bad as well.
Alright, we're going to come
Because
back
it's
with
lagging in a
that.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, frames are dropping.
Okay.
In the, like, while
I,
viewing is
I guess we
Yeah,
get some
it's-
fluctuations, Sam, with
Oh, you're coming
Goa
to-
and the
to the
internet.
stream
It
also,
comes and
or-
goes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that is what happens. We
Finally,
gotta
one
Sam's chip
hand.
leading. Okay.
take it as it comes.
Sam is getting
Yeah, of
every
course.
hit by the deck.
It's just one of those things, isn't
And
it?
queens there also stands, so that's good.
Couple of ace eights. If Sam Reddy's calling the ace three from, yeah, I was going to say if he's calling the ace three earlier in that spot, he's probably calling the ace eight from under the gun +1.
We have both
Look at it there,
both
the
the
exit
owners in a
offsuit.
corner. It's really interesting, doing their own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So Sam, you should know. A reminder to our viewers as well. We have a contest going on. They have to guess who's going to bust out first, and we have some the chat lighting up. People are saying Jaydeep, Manisha, Anmol. The top two. Sorry, they are betting on the top two. Goindi and Radhika. Interesting. Sam ready for number 1, and Jaydeep and Manisha number 1 and 2. First bust, but well, that's what Sumit is predicting on the chat is Manisha. He said Manisha, which is anyway. It's probably going for Manisha. Sam ready. So wow, I think it's a whole spread out there. You might as well pull everyone's name for the first bust right now. By the
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I honestly, given the action and Manisha's playing quite solid, I've put big money on her not busting first. I mean, I have the luxury of seeing that Jaydeep's down to 2/3 of his starting stack. That doesn't mean much, obviously, because it's still mega deep.
Gutty for
I've
both
seen-
of them. Oh, I love
There we go.
what a
Both
hand.
pick up an eight.
What a river.
Yeah, I mean, it's a funny one because you're both going to feel confident about the 8, and it's probably good. There's probably no need to try to bluff it. And actually, I don't know if this is a bluff or a value bet from Sam.
I guess it's more
It's
of
a
a
good-
bluff, don't you reckon? For his side.
It looks like it,
Oh,
but I mean, what are you trying to make fold? That's a
Oh,
great call, for sure. Oh, yeah,
Because
there'll definitely be some banter after that, won't there?
let's
Seven would have been
let's
good.
see.
call with
Switching
the
to the
ace, you
banter.
bet with the 8.
I guess it's just gonna back to us. They're gonna shrug it off and play it. But yeah, that the last river hand could have transpired to a lot of things, and the call was a good call.
It's definitely a good call. This is going to get interesting. I was going to say Abhishek. I've seen him live do some crazy stuff, so
Okay.
it's not out of the realms of possibility that he could be out first.
Get me some water.
If Abhishek thinks that Jaydeep might be quite a sticky player, I think he'll do himself well to check behind here again.
Right. Do you think the ace with the weak kicker gets a little
try
gun
now.
shy here, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, the hand is Jaydeep's hand is looking kind of face up. It's a weak ace or perhaps a jack, and wow, that's
Mr. Goendy doing it
quite
for
strong
Sam,
play from
isn't it?
Abhishek. I would have given the combination of
Imagine what
broadways
he
and
would do.
flush draws that he
Good
potentially
intelligence.
have in his range.
We have some banter happening on this. Well, but it's away now. Back into the hand. Sorry about
300, 600 already, guys.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking
turbo.
I might have killed one more off of the ace. It would have taken a lot for Abhishek to really fire a third barrel on the river. Can reassess on the river, but good play.
Okay,
that. Right, I'm seeing all red. Our red boards are back, Sam.
Yep. and
Fold,
yeah,
Mr.
Sam has
Samreddy,
a virtual
fold.
lock on this hand. The only way Anmol can win is
Need one more card.
the backdoor chopped straight or a 3.
One more. What do you have, like 7-8 with a 7 of
Be
diamond?
interesting to see.
Yeah, we're going to the banter because
Huh?
mid hand we have a banter.
It's heads
going.
up, you can talk to me.
They're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
heads up.
sure,
You're switching.
Oh, you're leading also now.
Oh yeah.
What did you hit? King 10.
Don't want to give you a flush, man. Don't
Okay.
draw.
Fine, I'll just fold for
Don't
you.
draw. Yeah, good.
Show.
No, no, no.
We didn't see it on camera, Sam.
Huh?
No lying allowed. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh yeah, no lying allowed.
No,
I
no.
had a very good hand. By the
Mini's
way.
back.
I had a pair. I folded a pair.
Good fold then. I had an ace here.
You can just tell us, man. You can tell us. We'll know on stream. And
Yeah, I had an ace here.
But no diamond, right? No diamonds.
nice.
All right, back to us. You guys heard
Thanks,
that good
Abhishek.
banter happening.
Going deep.
That's pretty good.
With all the teachings. Yeah. Radhika, come on.
So, deuce 5, deuce 6, deuce
Now I'm
6,
also going to
6,
enroll
5. Queen eight.
Poker boot camp India.
Poker boot camp.
Do I get a
Shouldn't
discount,
really be
Mr.
much
Goendy?
happening in this hand.
Poker boot camp.
You're gonna.
Okay.
You're gonna.
We have some
Are
table
you
talk
Gonna
now.
enroll or you gonna troll? What did you say?
Enroll.
He could coach there on more.
Who's the button on?
Guys, how's the
I don't
button?
even know who the button is on.
Sam
Yeah,
is-
the button is very confusing. It's supposed to be
confusing,
like
yeah.
It should
like
be on me,
supposed-
right?
yeah.
I'm small blind. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
imagine one position to the left where the button should be. So
Yeah, it's pretty.
yeah,
The button's supposed to be on JD, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it should
Yeah.
have been.
So essentially, just see the S and then to the right is the
Yeah, go
button.
with the small one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some glitches with the software. Wow, Wendy folded to me.
Mr. Sam Reddy is just winning every pot.
Wendy
Yeah, just look
folded.
at the blinds.
Wendy folded.
Yeah, man.
Huh?
Dude, I was scared that my internet will hold up, so I was just like, you know
Okay.
what? Like, I'm not playing this hand.
Okay.
All right, back to us. So the seventh most famous player on this table, Sam, is Abhishek Goendi's internet. It's world famous for being laggy.
Chai helps me a lot, yeah.
Abhishek,
now.
Which chai are you
a
having?
professional never blames his
Ginger chai.
tools, okay?
Okay, I'll
Oh,
Just
yeah.
remember that.
Mm.
Okay, we have the big blind with pocket fives. If he sees, well, he could use this opportunity, but wow. Min raise, standard min raises from Jaydeep. He just carries on as the blinds go up as well. Okay, we have the big blind with pocket fives. If he sees, well, he could use this opportunity, but wow. Min raise, standard min raises from Jaydeep. He just carries on as the blinds go up as well.
Yeah, I'm on the cusp. 30 bigs opening the king 10. It's not that aggressive a table. So yeah, I don't mind. It'd be interesting to see how Almor plays
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
this
a coffee
hand.
either right now.
If he's want to open 3-4 offsuit, it'll be interesting to see what he does being faced with a raise from pocket fives. Can he pile in?
Okay, table talk happening right now.
My cards have not displayed.
Yeah, it's not.
You can take a chance and just shove and see if you have aces later.
Your cards are not. Just fold it for now. It's a safer option. Yeah, and then hope. Maybe it won't get displayed even at showdown.
I know. Again, I am disconnected.
Hey, bro, where's Sanjay? Tell him the internet is going because it's going good.
Wow, you saw my expression that Sam and the set hit.
You're gonna have a half.
But he gets no value, poor guy.
I thought Jaydeep was maybe going to get involved with that flush draw. Oh, hang on a second.
First pocket rockets. We always expect fireworks with aces, but it's got to have a competitive hand to play against, right? So king queen would
Yeah.
call or three bet.
Yeah, and well, the combination of king queen and mole.
The
and
table
king
is lit with
five.
talk again, Sam. We're gonna tune into that.
But I had pocket fives there, huh?
Great.
Is it on mini right now?
Yeah.
Minutes on you. No, I folded pre-flop only. Oh my god, it's frozen on me. Yeah,
Can
fold
you-
out
can-
and come
can-
through. I'm still on the flop of the previous hand, which I couldn't see. Just refresh your link.
Refresh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh dear lord.
All right.
Oh dear lord.
We have the king queen.
But
We're
show
back.
us your
I just
cards.
have to change.
Show us your
Um,
cards. We'll tell you what the
right.
cards are. Then you can play.
Yeah. Ha, ha, ha,
Amnor's going to be in
ha.
big trouble if.
Oh, and he would find it with the top pair and decent kicker.
I got
Yeah,
timed
he's
out
going to
also
be in
right
big
now.
trouble here. I mean,
And I guess the players want to switch gears and make more value bets now, right? As the blinds are going up, the pressure is there.
yeah, I mean, in either case, I think the money will probably end up going in on the turn.
Oh, it's going to get. This is just sick.
Back.
If he can get away,
Get timed out.
if there are big bets.
Yes.
Oh, it's so hard to get
Wow.
away. You've got the top pair, second nut kicker. You don't need to worry about the 7, obviously, and you've
Yeah.
got the spade draw to the
No,
second
mini.
nut.
Oh,
I think
big
it's. I
bet.
think it's with everybody because when I'm having issues and I'm connected to
Around
I tried
under
folding.
half.
Yeah, and
I
same,
don't
Pot.
think it's,
same with me. Even
He's
I
getting, he's
got off
letting
and,
him get away with these cheap bets, so there's no reason
they
to
got money.
raise here on the end.
yeah, you got way more than me.
But if I'm Jaydeep, I'm probably going for max value here, putting him on the sort of hand he has, king, queen, king, jack.
All right.
Nut.
The table is going lit again, Sam.
I think I have to call you. Do you want to give me any information?
I can't watch this, Sam. I was rooting for Anmol. No! Oh, buddy. I'm looking at his expression right now. He's like, nice hand. That's all he
In
can say.
fairness, he could have and should have lost more than that.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Jaydeep, if he'd sized his betting on the flop and turn, he would have set it up nicely for a river bet and yeah, he could have got the full double there. But still great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the bet on the flop was less than half the pot. So
1200, yeah. So if you bet slightly bigger, then you also increase the size of the pot for the turn bet, and then the turn bet, rather than being, I think it was 24, it could have been 39 or whatever, and then shove the river.
But calamity averted with the flushes not running out.
Yeah, he still extracted the dentist extracted value like a loose tooth.
That's the max you're calling Anmol, right?
I had a spade also in my hand.
This
So I could
ace
have called
jack
it more.
from the small in this position should definitely be putting the pressure on.
There we go. Radhika is in the game.
Everyone seems to be
Banter talk again.
I'm like the weak link of the table.
Picked up a good hand.
Okay, fine, and you got it. Just for that, you have to sing a song now.
Sing a song of six and pocket full of rye. 420 blackbird baked in a pie.
Wow.
The pipe open.
The viewership,
Cold.
the viewership just increased by like 90%.
Many ways, huh?
To put. Oh, you got a double up from Anmol?
No, not a double up, but a big
medium
chunky
pot.
pot.
Medium
No,
pot.
but last he had 12k when I froze out.
No, I had 18k.
Okay, then you won 2k more, and then while I was frozen out.
Yeah.
Right, so back to us at the booth. You know, Sam, you probably weren't hearing this, but Radhika was singing. So that's why I was doing the whole violin gig, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know whether someone was moaning about their cards, because usually when we do this, we're playing a violin for sadness, you know.
Oh, that's the dirt song sort of a thing, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
So Anmol let it go easily, I guess, because he just had a pretty bad beat at that one.
Yeah. Yeah, just trying to nick a couple of blinds.
The student takes it down. Well done, young Padawan.
Yes.
Aces there, JP.
Exactly. That's what you get, Abhishek, for teaching people to open with
How'd you get
5-7. It's come back to haunt you, my friend, hasn't it? Yes. That's right.
All right, Radhika is now getting in the game.
Should be
Right platform to
interesting.
get them.
I quite fancy Sam ready to like this enough for a free bet, but no, okay. Flats.
I see Sam
Manish.
just min raising and flatting.
Sam,
and
your
playing
cold
that
calls
strategy.
from small blind are very scary.
Is some talk happening again?
Is he the small blind? I'm confused.
I'm dealer.
Yeah.
Even
I'm the button.
buttons
The
again.
button's still on Radhika.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm the button.
You're cut off, Radhika.
Yeah. So be careful, okay?
Okay.
Button opens wide, yeah. Button opens wide. So it folds. At Queen King, yeah.
Bundy is gonna
Oh,
fold.
you can't see it freeway, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm back. Dude, I changed 5 different internets. What do you have against me, bro? Raj? On that do score 5 board?
I had 5 high, man.
5 high on a do score 5. That's
Yes.
5 bet.
All right, back to us. We had some talk, and Abhishek, the 7th player, making the entry again. Abhishek Goendi's internet. We're just having a talk, and he's trying to elicit information from his student. Like, what did you have?
Yeah, I don't think he'll be.
So in the previous hand, Manisha was set mining,
Lie to the coach.
missed it completely, and just made the right lay down.
मारेगा मेरे को.
Yeah. Fairly straightforward hand. And she's got the best of it on this flop. And that would be an easy fold from Anmol.
Nice hand, nice hand.
It's fine, thank you.
I guess Anmol's going to play more cautious now that he's been hit. His chips are more valuable.
Yeah, I think also having Manisha raise into him from the small, maybe he was being a bit more cautious there. Having said that, this hand is probably going to find its way into the middle, for sure. Be interesting whether Radhika...
I see a 3. Do I smell a 3-bet coming? I smell a 3-bet
I think
coming.
he'll
Oh, big
shove.
one. Wow.
And I think this might have saved him, it might have saved Animal from having to take a flip, because small blind, big blind, this definitely goes in.
Yes.
But having the dynamic of Manisha raising the button, Radhika's got to think twice about isolating. It's gonna, whether Animal would have liked to have taken the flip, I don't know, but that was certainly going in small blind, big blind. And now it's going to pick up a nice little hand there.
I folded quite a time. Good ace I folded, man.
I agree with you, Sam, on that.
But you can't call because Manisha
It's a good
had
shove.
used
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had to. I know.
Yeah.
Jam.
Yeah.
The table's lit again.
Will be interesting. 4,600.
Oh, this should be fun.
Yeah, I mean, Abhishek should know that this range probably includes, 90% of the time includes hands that dominate him, so flatting to try and hit a flush or something is not optimal, so he's going to let that go. It's painful to let it go, but has to go.
And I haven't seen many 3-bets out of JD Bhaiya so far as well. He's been min-raising, then seeing the flop.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. And free betting from the big blind, we haven't really seen the massive trend of that from early position openers, so you have to give credit.
Interesting raise from Radhika.
5-4 suited, nice hand.
Probably going
I
to
can
see
see
a
it.
flat from Sam. He's getting good. Oh, wow, right. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I was going to say I can see an argument for a free bet from either the King 10 or the Ace 6. Oh, that's
Tell me what JD feedback is.
Pretty whalish a play from Sam. Do you reckon, Sam? Sam. Right.
it's fairly optimistic. Bet and a raise, and then try and what's happened is Radhika's now been priced in to call the raise as well.
And she kind of misses.
Really well for bet instead.
JD hitting top pair, making the bet, leading out. Even from first position.
Yeah, I mean a free bet semi-still is sort of
on a rainbow board.
Out nicely.
No,
Yes.
Everything's
Nice hand,
fine.
JD.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm getting psyched.
So JD Bhaiya actually looks like a boss right now on his on his window. He's got his shades on. He's leaning back like a gangster. Yeah, he's just balling, man. That makes for good television.
Yeah, has he got chips as well? You should sit there riffling some chips at the same time as well.
That would look good, but the sound would go for a toss for us. And our production team would be pulling their hair.
Tearing their hair out,
yeah.
Thank you.
9 deuce takes it down in the big blind.
Double down.
I just take so pride at this internet.
20, we don't see you.
I can see him. He's
lower
you
down.
have to scroll down.
Lower down, yeah.
Guessing it's
okay,
going to be a raise and take it for
Okay.
Anmol.
What's up, bro? Now you see me.
Queen 8's definitely defendable from the big blind for an extra 600, but
I think they'll
don't
have
know
to do it from their end.
I guess Anmol would be hungry to get back to the 30k mark because he's the shortest right now.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, it's pretty leveled, the other 5 players.
Good to know.
Yeah, exactly. Either that, or I mean, he'll take an all in as well to try to double up to beyond the 30k. But here's another. Animal does like to get sticky when he's invested, so he's going to be really unfortunate if he calls this, which I think he will, and then if the queen shows a face, he's in trouble. But
Actually,
So the sixth position is actually the most heartbreaking one, isn't it? Because you get not points. And,
yeah, 0
Oh,
points.
JD is
You've
black.
come in, pumped up, ready to play, and then you have to head down, tell your teammates, I'm sorry, look, what could I do? You know, I had 4 high and a gut shot, had to get it in.
For some water, guys.
Okay, Manisha flattered earlier with the ace queen. I'm sure she's going to find, especially the stakes have been raised, pull out the free bet,
Not going
4,000 or something.
Yeah, we're having some talk on the table, but I guess it's died down, so Sam, it's back to us. Yes, ace king. Nice.
And again, Abhishek's definitely going to let this one go.
His ace X aren't faring too well, huh? He
No.
gets him.
No, yeah, he has to let that go.
Table is lit up again for banter.
Getting light. You know, everything सबका खुलासा 15 मिनट में होगा.
So then, अभी बता दो.
नहीं, no, wait for 15 minutes now. Maybe you miss it also after 15 minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes
No.
for people, not for us.
Okay, JD, round 10.
That's what you want.
Do you want the call?
No, actually, I'm fine either way. Actually, I don't have a great hand. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what you do.
You'll see. I'm honest about it.
Yeah.
Let me guess, like Jack 8 suited.
I had an ace in my hand, by the way.
Ace 3 off.
अब इतना तो पता चल ही गया है. Okay, I don't mind to fold again, guys.
Because it's a great hand or not?
I might want a 3
You
bet.
don't let him get away with this.
I might want a
Give a free card here.
Hi, I wanted like a jam.
No marginal hands, nobody hits anything. Sam, I was just hoping Anmol would get paid off, but as you can see, it wasn't even close.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you flop such gin like that, it's hard to find any customers. You can. I've seen a lot of continuation bets, whether people have hit or not. I haven't seen a lot of trapping with hands like that. And yeah, it would have been nice to see him try to play a bit more trappy.
All right, so check through and then bet big on the turn.
Check through, see if anyone takes a stab. Behave weakly, like you've got, 10s or 9s, trying to get there cheap and make someone make a mistake against you. Or let someone hit a king or something, some value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're switching over to the two bosses
I
for the
just
banter.
Straight from the heart.
All in here.
That was straight from the heart.
All in. Just don't do all in. Yeah.
I like it, Sam. Nice.
Yes. Had a good ace. Yeah.
JD lets it go.
That
were the
means
two
like ace
winners.
5 off, right?
And
No, yeah. Ace 10 is good ace. Yeah.
it's gonna pick up, right, Sam?
Yeah, I think I was
That's a good
wondering
ace,
whether that was the
big
moment where we were going to see J Deep start getting a bit fruity. I got the 8-10 of diamonds. Woo, let's go. 3k. Let's dance. But solid play there. Sam Reddy is definitely going to raise this up. It's going to be interesting if we'll see Manisha flat or pull out the thighs.
I love him.
Sizable and in position.
Sam does like to get involved with hands. Wouldn't be surprised
I
if
don't know if Mini
You can't
we see a call here.
Like our
All right,
internet.
the table is lit
Poker
again
face,
between the
poker
two of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. The smile comes on. The smile comes on.
Perfect.
I thought she froze for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
That's how solid a poker face is.
Yeah, man.
Sam, is the fold button missing from your screen?
Seems like it.
Fold
I won't be
button.
surprised. I won't be surprised.
Seems like, man.
Yeah, man. Sam's out here to play. I like it. What did Pati tell you, bro?
Yeah. No fear, he said.
No fear, no fear. I like it.
Need one card.
You always need like one card. There shouldn't be any river for you.
Still one card.
What is your kicker, Mini?
Okay.
Ace king, ace
A
queen.
nice sizable bet by Manisha Lamba.
Or,
She hits the top pair. And 2 flushes on the board.
Yeah,
Very wet.
What did you have? 7, 8
Let it go.
King, queen.
Standard, Sam?
I don't like the flat call pre with the king jack. I could see what Sam was probably trying to do, and it actually looks like he might have had a good chance at winning the hand had the ace not come on the turn.
Right.
But yeah,
So we had a joke going on amongst the players that Sam does not have a fold button. Sam, the PSL has mailed it to you. Please check your mail. It should be there anytime now.
it is okay to fold. It is okay. It's not an offence.
Services
It's
might be
not-
delayed because of the pandemic. Thank you. You know the disclaimer.
He definitely does like to get involved. There's a danger of that. Is when you're
Yeah, the table is lit again with banter. We're going to switch there.
I'm trying to see in your shades, but I can't see.
I still see the move on Radhika. Radhika, you folded?
Yeah.
Now it's on Mr. Goendy. Okay, you have all 3 options on your table, Mr. Goendy. Would you like a fold, flat, or a 3-bet?
I'd like an all-in.
I can't hear any.
Yeah, 3-bet can be. Okay,
I'd like an
fine.
all-in.
There's a lot of.
You didn't listen to me, Anmol. I told you what I'd like.
All-in is too much,
No, there were 4 options. Why you didn't give that option?
No, 3-bet can be 3-bet all-in, no? So it's
No,
included in that.
3-bet, no, it's not included. Because once you go all-in, you can't fold, right? But once you 3-bet, you can fold.
It's a big bet. Okay, you got it. I should have listened to you, Manisha.
What did she say? I missed out.
She said I should have jammed.
He gave you 3 options,
yeah.
right? Like flat, fold, and 3-bet. I said, what about all-in?
I wouldn't have minded the jam.
Really?
My decision was pretty simple.
Oh, to fold, right? Had a good hand to do it with. But I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun with you guys.
Cold.
Fun is
Very,
good.
very, very cold.
Alright, we have an open ender for Radhika here and 2 solid overcards for Sam Reddy. And in the talk right now, Manisha Lamba was actually coaching Anmol what to do. That was a funny thing to see, and they were chatting away like 2 girlfriends.
Oh, this is Jin card here for Radhika, and I think Sam Reddy. It's not just the fold button that he needs to find. I think that's good. Like he does well to find the discipline to check. When you've got the virtual nuts like this anyway, I think you really got to just give Sam some rope to hang himself. Any value hands would have bet the turn. It is a scare card, so why not just give him one last chance to take a stab? But yeah.
Although he didn't call, I think that was an excellent play from Radhika. I agree with you, Sam. She wanted to make this out to be a bluff by making it a solid bet, by checking when she got there.
For sure, definitely.
Lady's missing now, right? On the screen.
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting. Deuce 4 suited.
Manisha's getting frisky. All right, boys, focus. I meant the hand, right? Let's do that. Jaideep's been calling more than loan managers at a bank during the pandemic. It's been crazy, and I think this will be no different.
Yeah, I think he does seem to like to get involved. I don't know if he's considering putting in a 3-bet, which would be kind of bizarre.
Right, we're switching to the talk in this hand, but yeah, I guess it's back to us right now. Because
No,
I just went away.
no, I'm waiting for yours, Anmol.
Oh my God! Sixes, ace, king, kings.
Waiting for it.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to switch to the banter, Sam.
Okay, raise jam call.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Ooh, let's go. Let's see if we can follow through on ball. Mini open. Oh.
Anmol.
I like this.
He wants
Some
to
meta
do
games here.
Take a steps.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Better stay away.
Okay, I'm just reeling this in as if I'm fishing. Oh my god. Oh my god, the inevitable. Good
So
luck,
unlucky for Anmol.
I don't see your cards.
Alright, we're going to the banter because this is an obvious hand.
Whoa.
Good luck, guys.
What is Anmol have?
Anmol had ace king. He had ace king.
Radhika.
Let's go.
Ace king to ace queen.
No. Ace king.
Ace king to kings. Ace king to kings.
That's so sick. That's so sick. Jeej, bro, Anmol.
It would go on the flop anyway.
Man.
King on the flop, yeah. Wow.
Unlucky.
Yeah, but then there was a bit of a sweat because there was a flush draw. But I couldn't see the cards. But you did have the ace of spades, right? I couldn't see it.
Go left. Vinny, what did you fold? Vinisha, what did you fold?
You'll know in 15 minutes.
She folded
I'm going to
aces.
keep you working for it. I'm going to keep you working for it.
She folded aces, I'm sure.
If I folded aces, then I shouldn't be playing in any league out here. So throw me out right now. Out.
Okay, I wish. Do we have the eject button, guys?
I folded my cards without seeing them.
Do we have the eject button?
Alright, so back to us. We had the first bust out. Unfortunately, it's my Delhi brother, Anmol Mehta from the Delhi Zars. And pretty standard spot there. He just ran into the kings with ace king and he was the shortest of the lot. Not much you can do about that, Sam.
No, I mean that's.
I was thinking whether
If you can find a way to fold that in this format with those big blinds, then
Yeah.
you should be playing something else for a living. So that's just unfortunate.
You know, it's
really
such a
unfortunate.
big coincidence you said that because Sam asked Manisha, did you fold aces? What did you have? Did you fold aces? And she was like, you can get it in 15 minutes. You know, you can see for yourself. And he was like, you folded aces. And she had the same reply as you did. She's like, if I fold aces now, I shouldn't be here. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it makes no sense.
All right. Sorry, Sam, we're going to cut to the two ladies on the table.
He just knows. The Falcons are going to be flying.
Man, I got a power outrage at my home, so I was just
Oh,
fixing
dude.
that.
So everybody has an internet issue. They just. Yeah. Man, Chennai can't have a strong team and then get kings versus ace king. What the heck? Like, not possible.
All right, back to us, Sam. Sorry for cutting you off there because I got to hear the
Sorry, say that
exciting
again.
bits.
What did you say? Chennai can't what?
That's
Chennai
fine.
can't
I
have a
think,
strong team and then
um,
get kings versus ace king.
That's
Kings and
great.
queens back to back.
It's not fair.
But yeah, I don't know if that was just banter saying that she's folded aces or whether they genuinely think she was trying to, avoid busting in
Maybe
sixth
I have
place.
three high.
But yeah,
I think it was a decent fold with pocket sixes when two people are going at it.
Absolute. I think it's a snap fold, yeah, and I would even have a hard time calling it off
Sam,
with tens or jacks.
Sam, you're going to switch again. Have a talk.
Okay.
So then I was huge favorite.
Huge favorite.
Definitely. My outs were gone.
Minnie, are you looking at the screen or are you looking at the 15 minutes?
Right, Sam is back to us, and just to inform our viewers who are tuned in, this is the last hand before the break. You'll be bidding adieu to my countenance and being joined by Sri Ram.
Nine high like a boss, JD.
Gonna have some coffee, some more coffee.
Rip.
Coffee sounds good. These are nice, pretty hands, though.
Please is bad.
Please, Sam, don't call this one. This is too much. 4,800.
Oh,
I think if he does decide to call, the optimal play would have been literally to shovel in.
Good lay down.
Got
What?
away from it.
So I just got an OTP message. Sam did get his fold button, the physical one, when he found it.
Arrived just in time, just before the break.
Oh, action
Wow.
flop, action flop.
This is monster.
This is what we wait for. This is why we sit in this chair and wait for moments like this. And hopefully they will erupt.
Absolute monster, because from JD's point of view, he has the nuts, because Ace King would have been in pre. And Radhika is, I guess, it's probably a slight favourite here with
straight
up
flush
and down
draw.
and a straight flush draw.
Whoa.
I think I see this just going all in. Oh. Perhaps JD will shove the turn here. He's got under pot size left behind. I would have preferred to pile in if I was in Radhika's spot. I don't think you can even fold the turn now.
Well, the bipolar choice is now given to her. She can it's just a call or fold.
I just
Eerie silence on the between the players. She calls. She takes the risk.
Oh
no!
How do you miss that? How do you miss?
Wow!
All the outs on the turn. Any 5, any 7, any 4, any 9, any club.
Table talk again.
Hard luck, Radhika, man. Monster you had.
I was going to jam on the flop itself, man.
Okay, guys. The action-packed and the last hand before the break is always the one which really gets to you. Radhika there with the straight flush draw, massive value bet from Sam, and unfortunately the river wasn't to be. What do you think of the gameplay so far, Sam?
It's great. It's definitely interesting. Slightly different from the two sit and goes we saw yesterday, but yeah, Radhika's really. I've seen some great aggressive play from both the ladies on the table, and Radhika really unfortunate not to go into the break. But even losing that massive pot, she's still
in the chip lead,
sitting as chip leader with 55k. So yeah, brilliant first session.
All right, guys. So that sums it up from Sam, and I'll be bidding adieu. You'll be joined by Sriram, and to recap, the ladies are leading match 3. Let's take a break, and I'll see you guys soon.
Just like a movie, just like a storybook, we are the future, we're the ones they won't overlook. It's time to be the hero. Just like in a dream, just like in
Hi everyone, I'm Sumit Sapra. To be honest with you, I did not really choose to become a poker player. So I got introduced to poker while I was working full time. It's been about 12 years, I would say now, and I gradually started developing an interest in the game and started spending more and more time playing and also learning more about the game. So one fine day, I just was thinking about this, and I decided, even if I make less money, I'm less successful, it doesn't really matter as long as I enjoy my life more and I can still have a reasonably good, life or a standard of living. And that's when it clicked for me, and I started giving more and more time to poker. And finally, I decided to give up everything else that I was doing and try this full time. So poker and more than online live poker is a game of perception. That's the first thing you need to understand. So you'll be able to get maximum mileage out of your hand if you're able to convince the person or your opponent that you're playing with of completely the opposite. So if you have a strong hand, if you can convince your opponent you have a weak hand in that scenario, that is going to yield the best result for you. Watch me participate in the first edition of the Virtual Poker League, and this time I'm going all in for charity.
What's up, guys? I'm Roman Advani. I chose poker as a profession because, honestly, firstly, it gave me freedom, man, and that was something that was honestly very important to me. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to work at my own hours. I did not want to wake up in the morning with an alarm clock. Poker makes it very easy for you to be able to balance your personal life because you have the flexibility to give your family and friends time when you want to, right? Because you keep learning, you keep adapting, and as somebody who comes from the previous generation of poker players, I've just tried to stay to what's happening, because poker also as a game has evolved so much in the last, let's say, 5-7 years, right? And there's these guys who are putting in so much.
That was crazy. I would have literally thrown all my chips and my grandmother in the middle of that hand and said, "Let's go, let's dance. Give me the winnings."
Can't blame her
I think,
in that situation.
yeah, jamming would have been better. You get some hands that JD might fold, that on the turn if he shoves, you end up calling and losing as well. It avoids JD also picking something that would have actually made a hand that he never had. But I think it's the same result in either case. If she shoved the flop, there's no reason for JD to be folding anyway, so she can't beat herself up about it because it's the same result.
Right.
This is interesting. Small bet. I might be inclined to peel one off with the backdoor flush draw and backdoor straight draw, but yeah.
Both the ladies holding fort. They've been playing some really good poker. Sam Reddy and JD have been very busy. Goendy has been in a spot a couple of times where he's opened and had to fold to a 3-bet, but he's preserved he's preserved his stack. So I think he's going to be changing gears in this session because it's going to be evident. Unfortunate that Anmol had to bust out. He's one of the guys on the table that the others would have been wary of. So now it's going to get interesting.
Absolutely. I think Abhishek's been unfortunate not to really pick up much.
Yeah,
and the only hands he's opened have been a couple of ace rags that have met some resistance.
Right.
But Radhika's...
This is going to get interesting. Am I seeing this right? Is Radhika on the small blind?
No, so ready open from the under the gun. That's a good disciplined fold. Ready open, Radhika free bet with the ace jack, and then ready piled in and a fold.
Here we go. King 8 suited. Abhishek's opened under the gun.
Yeah, just as you said, he's getting perhaps a bit impatient, I guess. 28 bigs, opening King 8 under the gun. It's been free bet heavy table for the last sort of 20 minutes, so I might have let this one go.
Yeah, I was watching the stream in the back, and it was just going open 3-bet, open 3-bet, open 3-bet.
Yeah, it started off fairly passive, and then it's sort of shifted gears, and there's been a lot of sort of questionable free bets as well, but they've worked out. So I would have been wary of that and probably not opened this hand. But now it's a awkward board for both players now. So this is a. I think this is a side fold probably from Manisha.
Right.
There aren't many good cards that are going to come on the turn for you.
I like the sizing by Abhishek there. He's going a little bigger on that board because usually you may not get too many folds on a board like that.
Absolutely, yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
These most of these guys, Sam, I've been watching them play for a while, and they're the ladies included too. They're quite comfortable playing 15 to 20 big blind stack. So it's amazing how the game has changed over the last 2 years, and with all these the emphasis playing more aggressively as you get to the 15 to 20 big blind zone.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's there have definitely been some. The players are not afraid to get involved and put the chips out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Must be very different from when you first started playing off, Sam. A 20 big blind stack is, you must be looking for the top up button when you had a 20 big blind stack.
Yeah, and it's definitely changed a lot. It's ever changing, isn't it? And the trends sort of ebb and flow. They come back, they go away, and. Yeah, I was just thinking about the time I saw a guy pile all in 80 big blinds pre in Cambodia, and I said, what? I just literally said, what the hell's going on? He said, I'm getting short, man. I'm getting short. And I was like, you've got 80 big blinds. What are you talking about short?
This is an interesting one. Sam Reddy has been very, very active from what I've been seeing.
He's not folding. He's not
folding. He's not folding.
He doesn't care. If you can have kings and tens, I'm still going to call you a king 10, and that's why.
He's not folding. There's no way he's folding, and
this is a really fortunate hand because it's hard to actually fold the eights here as well. I mean, if once J Deep gets out of the way, although I think Manisha will continue. J Deep will probably fold. And then if Reddy decides to pile in, I think with the size of the pot, it says one of those hands you need to decide, are you good or are you not? So just get it in and protect your hand.
Yeah, I think the stack to pot ratio is just under 1:1.
And then having said that, does Manisha then... Sorry,
go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I was saying, does Manisha... Oh! Didn't he have fours?
That's JD folded.
What I'm thinking is Manisha would, if Sam shoved, would she potentially put him on a flush draw and have to call? Does she put him on a flush draw now and then make the all-in move to protect?
Here we go. She's done that. She's gone all in and.
Bigger question: does Sam get away from it, thinking that he's beaten? This is power play.
Wow, I love this
play. I
play.
don't think he's going to fold, to be honest.
I think he's not going to fold. But this is the situation we were speaking about yesterday, Sam. You're in it, and this is a spot for your tournament life. Things change when you're in it for your tournament life. Manisha put Sam in the cage, and guess what?
That is just... That's incredible. Fours again. They're coming back to haunt him.
Wow.
Wow, that's... Don't know if I can fold. If I'm going to call 4,000 pre-flop with king 10, then flop a 10, and then call 6,000 on the flop, and then fold for my last 16k to take the chip lead and virtually bust the player, I don't think I'm folding that hand.
Yeah, I would have thought too that Sam Reddy, is when he calls on that board, He's going to be pot committed and
Yeah.
he's going to be looking to pile on the pressure.
Well, the thing is, when you're playing like Sam and you're deciding you're going to play all these hands and call all these hands, well, when you hit, you got to also go with it, right?
Here we go. Pocket jacks for Goindi. Radhika has been very, very aggressive from the blinds. This time she decides to flat. And JD with that stack can always peel. There we go. He does peel. Great board for Goindi.
Yeah, Radhika's going to have to be really careful. I don't think she's going to get too involved. Second pair with 3 hearts out there. But it's a perfect board for Abhishek for sure. And I'd expect around 3 to 4K here.
Yeah, spot on. He's gone 4K.
Radhika's... While you flop middle pair, it's not the flop really you're looking for. So, yeah. Jaydeep's got a full house, hearts full of diamonds. He folds.
Hearts full of diamonds. Right, Sam, this is, I think, time I put you on the spot. Who you got shipping this?
I'm going to have to put the money on Manisha, I think. Not just because of the chip lead, but that she's displaying the kind of aggression and gears that are needed to take down something like this. Jaydeep as well. I think the reason I go against Abhishek is because he's just being dealt utter garbage. There's only so much you can do, if the deck's slapping you in the face. So yeah, I think Sam's style of play lends itself very well to cash games.
Right.
And he's definitely the kind of player that could roll over the whole table or just bust. So.
Right. And in fact, he has been a cash player for a long time. And
okay.
What's more interesting is he started playing MTTs off plate.
Okay.
And he's been coached by the man who's sitting just to his left, Abhishek Goindi.
That explains a lot of it. Could potentially end up being a mistake, but that's the only reason why my bet's not also on Radhika. But everyone's playing solid, picking spots, making good laydowns for the most part. So it'll be really interesting. It's still really anyone's game.
Right. And I've just regained feed of the 5 players that remain in the sit and go, Sam, and 3 of them have got their shades game on. I love it. Everybody looks super relaxed.
Thank you.
I might have to get some myself actually for the next sit and go.
Okay.
Although then I might not be able to see the cards myself. So.
Can we choose a song also?
Abhishek, he's got a habit of opening the raggy aces, hasn't he? So you'd expect him to, it's opened again.
No, Radhika, you look much better than that.
JD's never folding this in the big
Yellow.
blind.
I could say yellow.
Yeah, it's all yellow.
All right, this
It's
flop.
all yellow.
Yeah, some cold play, man.
I'm gonna let the banter take over here, Sam. These guys are saying quite a bit.
And the crazy thing is my husband loves Coldplay. So we have this eternal fight about Coldplay all the time. I'm a Beatles person.
Oh, I don't mind the Beatles.
Yeah.
I love the Beatles too.
Beatles. Beatles तो कुछ भी गा लूँगी. Anything. I'm actually thinking of a song. Yeah, I was breaking to one of these, which is Okay, wait, after this hand. You guys are in a big hand.
JD Bhaiya is killing us.
Right,
No
interesting.
mercy.
Interesting, Sam. You know, on that paired board, usually when someone check raises that board, you won't put them on a
JD,
4.
with the 4-5 suited.
Yeah, exactly, and that's Abhishek's thinking. And I really thought that diamond was going to spell the end for him. And I think it might have done if Jaydeep had bet a bit smaller on the turn. Abhishek could have legitimately been able to, pile in, but
Right.
You can sing Fool on the Hill.
I just got Abhishek asking JD if he had 4-5 suited.
wow.
Yeah, that's
Spot on.
yeah, sick read by one of my very, very good friends, and the reason how I started getting into the game of poker. So Sam, Goindi and me, we went to school together.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, he's
perfectly still. Nobody wants to hear him.
Brilliant.
They can see he's just a fool. 'Cause he never gives an answer. Just a fool on the
Wow.
sees the sun go down and the eyes
Pretty
in his
hand,
head
Abhishek.
see the sun spinning round. That's it.
Nice one.
Thank you.
wow. We just had Radhika sing us a whole song. She sang the whole
Just
table
don't
of
ask us
song,
to
and she
sing,
was
though.
damn good, Sam. I
Really?
wish you could have got in on this. Yeah, I wish you could got in on this. And while we talk about that, Manisha takes down another pot.
Mini sing, she can light it up. She can light it up.
Multi-facet.
Somewhat.
Superb.
Okay, let's show them, Mini.
I'm the Khali.
What was the song about? I got
Something
pocket
on the-
eights
on the
and I
left.
made you fold. I made you fold the king 10.
Yeah, it's
Oh, you called, but the...
Yeah, that was a sick play by Minnie. Minnie's chilling. She looks so comfortable. She's just having a bowl of food with her.
Yeah.
And someone said she's not been playing for a while, and which may be true. You know, sometimes you take a break and you come
where's
back and you
that?
just look at everything from a completely fresh perspective. And
The
she
shoulder
looks like
class
she's
thing?
here to play.
It shows up on the right side.
Yeah,
right? Bottom
definitely.
corner.
I mean,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
always
when you
good
win the
to,
hand, you have an option.
whether you're a professional or
I only show when the good
recreational player, it's always good to
Otherwise, you have to wait 15 minutes.
take some time out. And then definitely you can come back and look at hands like 8-5
There'll be a
suited with a
tagline
different
for me.
perspective.
Yeah.
In it goes.
Yeah.
In it goes.
Hashtag.
Yeah, she's
With
playing
that
really
tagline,
solid at the moment.
please
That's
wait
a
15
good,
minutes. My mind is
enjoying
going
yourself while you're playing is key as
That was the
well.
first thing that
You
hit
can't
my mind.
quite get away with always just singing a song when you're playing live poker and just taking a bowl to the table and sitting in your dressing gown or whatever, but it definitely helps your game if you can enjoy it.
Just busy eating.
No,
Yeah,
she's busy.
I'm busy eating.
JD,
Busy picking up our chips
Jackson,
while
Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
I'm not focused. I'm focused on this. Then I'm watching the
this-
feed
this-
of what's been happening the last 15 minutes. So that's a lot going on for me.
Okay.
Oh shit, tell me also, man. I'm not watching the feed.
I'm watching it whatever little I can.
see flops.
Wow,
So.
this is unfortunate for Radhika. Yeah, it's for a change, Sam deciding not to see a flop.
Yeah, it's slightly too expensive, the 25k, but if a
sorry.
king peeled off and it was a min raise pre, this is going to
Vinny,
get
are you a
interesting. I
coach
think Radhika may raise again here,
Okay, cool. So finish that bail fast.
or Jaydeep certainly. Sam more than likely will shove. Oh, well,
Are we
all
are we
in,
gonna do it?
cool.
Are we going to do a Bob Marley?
That's what we're going to see
Jamming,
here, I guess.
jamming.
Let's go.
Hey, good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
And it should be a snap. Wow, what a flop. Oh,
I can't see your card.
straight.
What do I have?
Even though it wasn't needed, the threes were good enough. Ooh.
Oh, good game. Sorry, coach.
GG.
Wow. Let's just cut to the banter, Sam. These boys are going at
I
it.
got lucky there.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good
I was
luck.
hoping for a fold. Yeah.
GG
Good
coach.
luck.
Oh man. Ace
Yes,
Jack he cannot fold.
yes,
Yeah.
I आपको coach
I
को
got,
पास
I got lucky there.
Where do I
So
go?
please, Ace
Is it
Jack.
done or do I have to go back?
He cannot fold. Yeah. There's nobody's gonna fold Ace Jack. Small blind, big blind. Yeah.
Mini.
Wow, that was a great moment there, Sam. So Sam Reddy, like we mentioned before, just busting out his coach.
Now we can relax, Radhika.
Yeah.
Which is fun, so
That'll teach you, Abhishek. Hey, keep your tricks to yourself next time. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So,
it's,
but
it's
Abhishek-
frustrating when you get a hand like that. Again, nothing.
Nothing you can do there. It was going in, and it was going to be called down. And what a great situation for the coach, because both his students are still in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great bit of PR, isn't it? He's a winner either way. He
Yeah,
says, "Look, they're so good. They're so good. My students are so good. They beat me. Come and learn."
He's the master of PR, man. This guy is the next level. Yeah, like I was saying before. So him and I, we went to school together. So he's a year junior to me in school. And,
Okay.
We've been doing some some things bordering on nefarious ever since high school.
Nefarious is always good.
Yeah.
Always good.
All right, so we've got 4 people remaining on this sit and go, the first of our 2 sit and goes today. The 2 ladies still in it to win it, and the 2 most experienced campaigners on this table, Sam Reddy and JD Bhaiya, as he's fondly referred to as, still in it. I can't call this, Sam. I really can't call this. If it's going to go the same way as yesterday, where we had the women winning it in the first sit and go, I wouldn't be surprised if we have the same situation here.
Yeah, I mean, we're 50-50 now. We've got 2 ladies and two men. I mean, we're definitely going to see. I think there's going to be significant action with Sam Reddy still on the table. He likes to see flops. Doesn't matter how much it costs to see them. And yeah, we could see him run over the table. We could see someone else be the beneficiary of his chips.
Right.
Or the beneficiary of his loose play. But yeah.
4-way is pretty fast.
Huh?
4-way is pretty fast, I guess.
Yeah.
So you talk.
I think we've all become very quiet.
Yeah.
You don't have to always call, or you can you can fold from the small if you've got nothing.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Let it go. Let it go.
Hi. Hear us.
I think I'm testing my mic. Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, Sam.
Okay.
So the table had
There was
gone
a
a
message
bit
from,
quiet
I
after
have
Govindy
the-
exited, and
What?
understandably
I have
so,
the-
because he's a chatty fellow.
Yeah, they can't hear.
And now the
Right
banter's
now,
on,
and I'm-
so let's get in on what these people are saying.
16 people can't hear us.
Yeah, something wrong. They've been messaging me. Yeah.
They messaged me as well.
I think it's there. Yeah, we can hear each other. Yeah.
Right. So here we go. 20 bigs, just over 20 bigs, or just under 20 bigs for Radhika, Sam.
Yeah.
So this is now definitely a different approach that she's going to have to take. She was spent quite some time in this table with a 40 big blind stack, an average stack of around 40 bigs. So let's see how she changes gears right now. Right, ace king deuce board. Radhika with quite a big bet. She bets 2,400 into a pot of 2,800, and there's no way JD is going to be calling this down with 7-5 off.
I guess he messaged me that if you're watching the stream, mute the stream volume because I think that's hindering.
Okay.
Interesting spot because the action has frozen. We do know involved in the hand.
I shouldn't have sung that verse of Let It Go. Frozen. We're back.
Yeah, right. Sam, welcome back. I think Radhika took down one pot. I'm not sure if you saw that board. It was It was an ace high board, ace king X board, and she bet well over half. Took it down.
Yep.
So she's climbed back up just to over 20 bigs. What's happening here? Deuce, 10, 8, two spades in the hand of Manisha, and overcard to the board too.
Yep.
So she's climbed back up just to over 20 bigs. What's happening here? Deuce, 10, 8, two spades in the hand of Manisha, and overcard to the board too, and a middle pair for Sam Reddy.
I think I would have liked to have seen Manisha get it in there, as opposed to flatting, maybe.
She's still getting just under 1:6 on her money. With 2 overs, flush draw on the river, what do you call, Sam?
What is your
Suspiciously small bet on the turn, and you've got to start thinking, does my opponent with that big bet representing 2 pair on the flop that's now turned into an unbeatable hand? Yeah.
Yeah, but when the 10 pairs up, it gives Sam a little more freedom to fire another bet, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you've definitely got to protect against, the nines, the jack queens, the flush draws, and whatnot.
Wow. Here we go. Sam Reddy spikes at 10.
Backdoor equity. But there we go. Interesting.
Had a good 10.
And with that, Sam takes the chip lead.
And he lets Radhika know too that he had a 10. Radhika has politely asked him as to why he was bullying her. So, right.
This is an all and off. Yeah. Oh, flat.
Yeah, it's going to be going in most of the times. There we go. She lets it rip, pocket fives, and considering the stacks right now in play, very tough for JD to call off there.
Yeah, he can't pull that.
Yeah. Right, this is getting interesting. The two players who have a lot of experience playing high stakes games have the biggest stacks right now in Sam Reddy and Jaideep Tawar. And guess what? Another great showing for the Deccan Aces. They finished first and third in the 2 sit-and-goes yesterday, and Sam Reddy is the chip leader right now in this one. Gujarat Falcons also with Romit finishing runner-up, and now with JD Bhaiya looking in good shape to probably go all the way.
Oh,
yeah.
8-8.
So Deccan Aces and Go Nuts are the two matching at the top of the leaderboard, right? With 35 points each.
You bluffed me.
Just a sec, Sam. Cut back to you.
Oh my god.
Let me see the feed.
I'm gonna track you. Oh god.
I didn't see it. You really had a 10?
At King 10 and she had 8s, yeah. 10 high flop.
Yeah, 10 high flop. I can't see that hand.
Yeah.
Oh, it just came. It just came right now.
Guess what, Sam? Sam Reddy just found out Manisha Lamba bluffed, jammed with the 8s. He just saw the hand.
What was the reaction?
I'll let you know. Hang on. They're still at it.
Yeah.
Daughters.
Wow, Manisha is just playing it so cool. She absolutely gave no reaction. It's incredible. The great advantage of having live feed from these players. It would have been super cool actually, Sam, if you could also see what's happening with these players and hear from them.
Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, I'm really trying to guess. Yeah, I made a mistake. It's Chennai Troopers and Deccan Aces
Yeah,
at the top,
let's get back to that. So we have two teams tied at the top. It's the Chennai Troopers and the Deccan Aces. And both teams still here in this particular sit and go. The Troopers represented by Radhika and the Aces represented by their owner, Sam Reddy. So for those who can go, JD Bhaiya, the owner of the Gujarat Falcons, and Sam Reddy, the owner of the Deccan Aces. And the actor turned poker pro, Manisha Lamba, is still in it to win it. And Radhika Shankar, who goes by the moniker Poker Mom, is short stacked, but I tell you what, I think she's got some moves left in this.
Yeah, and I think it's continued misfortune for Delhi and Mumbai because actually they're the first two out, and they're both sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard at the moment. So they're definitely going to hopefully ramp up the game for the second sit and go today, and
Sam always has a
try
10,
and make a comeback. But there's still plenty of
That's what he says.
plenty of action to come and plenty of points to be had.
Overpot.
Right.
Wow.
Let's get this. These
The pre-flop was a
these
misclick.
people have
Was
some
supposed
banter
to-
going, so we're going to cut to that. Let the viewers in on this.
The bet slider is not that easy. Yeah.
Right. So
Vinny, you were going to sing what happened.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, let's hear it.
The guy who was pushing you has gone away, so.
Yeah.
She bluffed me last time. Payback.
yeah, Sam, let's get back to this. Like you were saying, yeah, unfortunate for Mumbai and Delhi. Both teams were at the bottom at the end of day's play yesterday, and their representatives, Anmol Mehta for Delhi
good luck.
and Abhishek Goendy for the Mumbai team, busting out first and second here again.
Yeah. So there's definitely as we go, as the tournament, the days progress, players are going to be more thinking about the so-called ICM factors, the points that are up for grabs. So I think that dynamic is going to progress over the next couple of days. Yeah, it's interesting.
Too quiet after going to left.
Yeah.
Manisha and
Getting
Radhika
quieter,
both have
quieter.
exactly
Yeah.
the same chips
Okay, let's see
at
the
the
flop.
moment.
Oh, that's a great flop.
Banter is minimal. He's on almost a recliner / gaming chair. He's leaning back.
Oh.
He's got the shades on. He's got the headphones on, and just behind the chip leader, Sam Reddy. Here we go again. He opens it up with pocket threes. Vinisha will be getting out of the way.
Be running away
You
with
can step out and
the sit and go for now, but
Yep.
everything can change. And we've
Here we
seen.
go. Here we go. JD and Sam both picking up pocket pairs again.
Whoa.
Vinisha's
Oh,
gone.
Yeah, that's someone. I mean, I don't think I would call with sixes or threes here. There's just no need to put those chips at risk. We've seen lots of big blinds being put in yesterday with small pairs.
That's 1/3 my stack. Ace king, ace queen, or pocket pairs. You probably have sevens or sixes. On a fold. Fold. 15 minutes.
Yeah. 15 minutes. The suspense.
At pocket three. Almost call. I think it's a good fold, I think. Yeah.
Right, Sam convincing himself it was a good fold. And for 1/3 of his stack, it definitely was a good fold.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a good fold.
Yeah, there's no need for him to take that spot right now and probably lose off 1/3 of his
Yeah.
stack. He's chopping, he's a 50% at best, flipping with most of the hands that Manisha is jamming with.
The only time those threes are a bad fold is if Manisha's got pocket twos. Basically,
Yeah.
maybe do three.
And then you'll have the commentator saying deuces never loses, and then you're gonna deuce
Yeah,
rolls out
and
on the
then-
board. So I think
Exactly, so-
pocket threes is a fold if someone's got deuces. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely no need to get chips in there, risk a third of your stack.
Right.
For
He
what?
actually checked with Manisha if she had ace king or ace queen off, or sevens or sixes. So Manisha has got Sam thinking. A couple of times now that
Yeah.
she's.
Did you have this? One? Let me reel off every possible hand in the deck and tell me which one you had.
Sam's going to watch the stream. He's going to be watching the hand roll off pretty soon.
So you're back on the stream?
Yeah, I think the thing is, you can be the great thing when you have a small pair like that, you can be assured that you don't really need to know what your opponent has, because it's always at best a flip.
A flip,
so.
yes. Here we go. Sam versus JD on point. They're back in it. Jack 10 deuce 2 clubs. JD leads out. It's gone 2,000 into a pot of 5,200. Absolutely.
Go on, make it 10,000.
Oh, there we go. He heard you.
Make it 14 now. No, I think it's just going to be a fold here. But
wow, there we go. Sam, you've called it twice now. The raise and the re-raise.
if he makes it 21,400, this is delicious.
Go. Let's go. These guys are in the banter right now, Sam. We're going to see what they're saying.
Take it.
Oh, he says take it.
Good bet.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow, great play. Aggression, counter-aggression.
Brilliant stuff.
Manisha Lamba is right now down to 10 bigs. A6 off. When the button opens, more often than not, this is going to go all in.
In. Delicious. In we go.
Here we go.
It's now or never. Has to go in. Oh.
Wow, she did fold.
Good fold, Mini.
That's a fairly
Really?
Yeah.
tight fold, I think.
Tough fold.
Very
Is it?
tight fold.
A bit of a tough fold. That's why I thought so much.
What?
So what did you have?
Queen X. Queen X.
15 minutes, you'll know.
Six. Surely Sam's going to open this.
Right. JD saying it was a good fold and Manisha saying it was a tough fold. And Manisha, that was right. It was a tough
Bad fold, Mini.
JD saying it was a good fold?
He said it was a good fold first to get some information out of her. And then Manisha says it was a tough fold. And now JD's told her it's a bad fold. All sorts happening here. What do we have here? 5, 9, 8. You know Sam Reddy's going to be involved. So both of these players involved in this hand.
Yeah, what we have is a check raise all in, I think.
Yeah, here we go.
And the
check jam.
problem with Sam is he's bet too much that he can't now fold this. So.
Absolutely. So he's going to get it in. He's got some gut shot outs too.
Look at that.
Wow. Wow.
Monster pot. Man.
Monster pot. Monster pot.
Very good.
Here we go.
Nice hand, man.
Let's see
Nice
what
hand.
these girls and guys have to say about that hand. See, that's the thing with Sam and JD. You know, they're never afraid to get involved in any hand in a pot of any size, and I think it comes from the fact that they've played so many big games over so many years, playing a lot of cash games too. You know, you're just playing for stacks.
Absolutely, and that's also why sometimes you have to sit back and think. You know, of course, of what you're playing for and what those pots mean. So.
Here we go, JD versus Sam yet again, small to big battle. JD outfoxing Sam on the previous outing.
Who is it on?
Your turn.
It's on you. I
I'm
think it's
disconnected.
Oh.
I'm disconnected.
Oh,
Okay.
please hold, please hold, please hold.
Got it at the right
Maybe
time,
he's
Sam.
considering shoving all in.
Oh, that's good.
Right.
It's a nice spot for a check raise
I
all
don't
in.
see the flop.
If you think Sam's going to take
Well,
a
go
stab.
all in. Yeah.
Can somebody tell me the flop?
It's 4, 7,
10 of
10 in spades.
10 of spades, 4 of spades, 7 of hearts.
Okay, this is interesting now, Sam. I'm going to cut you off
Picture of this.
because JD can't see the flop,
Glitch
and he's
from-
had the other players tell
Yeah.
him the flop. Let's see what he does. Someone's just told him it's a 7, 10, 4. He's got 8, 9. Has he folded?
That's very strange to me.
I'm pretty sure there was a snag somewhere there because.
Something's missing.
Or you just don't believe the poker players on the table. Finally.
Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah,
I'd be suspecting something if I've got 8, 9 and someone's saying it's 7, 10. Hang on, you know too much.
Okay.
Oh, this
having
is
so much fun
another
doing
interesting
this,
one.
you know,
Yeah.
it's
Here we
like-
go. The banter is just going
Yeah,
crazy.
like,
So
whole
we're
thing
going to
is
cut
just so much
straight.
fun.
Come on,
Like,
yeah.
I wish we could play like this all the time.
It's a great concept.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not bad actually. Even the whole setup is not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
There's a few glitches here and there, but it's pretty
Yeah.
good. I wish they have those the picture on the table so we could see better. Yeah.
For us, it's not there, but for the viewers, it's there.
It is, yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
So I've actually put our faces on my left wala monitor. I can see everyone's faces on the side.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, those two
Yeah.
monitor thing. Okay.
Yeah. So on one monitor I've put the game, and one monitor I've got all our faces.
Wow, Radhika's planned this out beautifully, Sam. She just told us that she's got the gameplay going on in one monitor, and in a parallel monitor she's got the videos of the feed of all the other players. So she's keeping an eye on what everybody's doing. Sam and JD not giving anything away. They've got their shades on. Radhika's taken her shades off, and Minnie is just chilling. Here we go. Ace 3 suited. It's going to go all
good
in.
luck, Minnie. Short stack.
All in and a couple of folds. Nice.
good timing.
Jet 7 deuce, come on.
Like a boss.
All in again. 4-handed, ace 8. If you don't pick up a hand in the next 2 hands, it's another
Wow.
3k down the drain. So this is another nice pickup.
Uh-oh, Minnie.
Trouble?
Not really. Marginal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the chips, yeah. Double her up.
Yes.
Chips are hard key mail. They come and go.
Hard email.
Yeah. So when you go all in, it leaves some chips behind. Yeah, I think that's a glitch.
That they had told us that would happen.
So I think Sam and Manisha,
Yeah, I think it just goes all in for an even
when
number.
Sam's on the small and Minnie's on the big, I think Sam's going to be jamming pretty wide there. It's going to be tough for Manisha to call off unless she picks up a
Yes.
legitimate hand.
Exactly, and that's the reason why Manisha really should have been shoving here. 8-9 suited from the small into the big. And she may have got a call and been in decent shape with the 2 over cards.
Yeah, actually 8-9 suited versus 6s, not bad shape at all.
Three, so.
So Radhika's clawed her way back into this. She's got 27 bigs.
Poor Minnie, you put pressure on her.
Yeah,
Get
I'm wondering how far down the line is people are maybe begin to start thinking about calling off to bust a particular opponent if based on the leaderboards. You know, there's a sort of added equity there if you're looking and the Going Nuts, for example, have shoved on you, and you're thinking, well, it will do our team good if we can bust them in 4th place. I wonder if that added equity might come into play later on in the series. If you're sitting there with Queen 10 suited and you think I really should fold this, but actually I've got 15 bigs, I can bust a team that's in the danger zone of us.
Ladies,
I
pressure on
don't
me.
know.
Oh my god. Not hitting the flop. JD Bhaiya.
Fairly standard shove.
We are destined to play against each other, Sam.
Again, yeah.
Remember?
Yep. That was fun.
Yeah. The break was at 0-0 or 0-5?
It was 0-5.
Easy all in.
0-5?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's pretty
Okay.
much going to go in all day and definitely not going to be called off by Radhika.
You could take extra 5 minutes, JD.
But last time they didn't give us 5 minutes. They started pretty fast.
Just like
Yeah,
too
like
much.
4 minutes left.
It was like 5 bigs or something.
I really feel like calling.
I wouldn't mind flicking it in.
I really feel like
Radhika
calling.
says she really feels like calling.
She might call, but it's...
She's in the tank,
Flip a coin.
hands on
and
her
then
head.
decide.
Let's see what she does.
Hey, 10 is a delicious hand,
Nice one,
suited.
Yeah.
Good one.
Delicious.
She makes the
think-
fold.
अरे small blind में cards ही नहीं आ रहे मेरे को
I think Manisha can take some more risks on the button. She's got to be aware that it's still 20k. It's not easy for someone to call, and you can really have a wide shoving range on the button
Okay, Sam, you can have this.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
from any position actually.
Right?
Last.
That's
Not
one,
worth 1200 also.
that's one of the first spots that with JD and Sam on the blinds that Sam's got to walk.
It
Otherwise,
doesn't show
JD's
the,
always been involved.
Current blind levels. It just says next blind level.
This will be
Yeah, 'cause it
interesting if
just
J
changed.
Deep
It was
free
2000,
bets
it's
here.
just become 24.
Because
Yeah, but
optimal
it
play, I
should
think
still- somewhere it
Radhika
should show
can
the
then
current one
pile
would be
in.
helpful. I mean, current blinds we can tell from the table. What's the
This is the
angle
frustrating one for Manisha because
like.
Right?
she doesn't
Let's
have
see.
many bigs and she's being offered 7 to 1.
Let's see what happens here. This is going to be interesting.
Radhika, small pot, big pot.
I'm going to get in on the banter
I
here.
know, man. ICM.
Whatever you say.
I was priced in as a call.
ICM भी है भाई. Take
I had it.
At Queen 7.
Queen 7 was good.
Yeah. I was supposed to call. That was good pot odds.
Here we go. Sam ready on the button.
All in
with
mini.
Jack 10 off.
Oh,
Not this hand.
Yeah, I don't understand J Deep's fold there under the gun. He had ace 4 suited, right? Definitely with the chip lead like that, and
I not sure. I missed that one because I just froze when the action was on JD. I couldn't see his cards. But yeah, if he had ace 4 suited, that's the thing, he's got the chip lead. He's seeing like two relatively shorter stacks to his left.
probably playing a bit cagey to kind of lock up the heads up game, I guess.
I think so too. I think you're right on this, Sam. There we go. The jam top pair with
Shoving,
the
Sam, too scared?
overcard to
Yeah.
the board.
I guess no.
One
There's a
way of
straight draw
getting
there.
it done. Manisha really needs a shoving hand here.
had a good queen.
Did she have queen 4 off, Sam?
Yeah, queen 3, I think.
Queen 3, yeah. Right, we have JD and Sam involved in another hand. 7-3-6, and for I think the nth time now that JD from the small has led out on the boards, and Sam's going to make the call. 6 pairs up. Both players have absolute air.
This is the point that J Deep should fire again because of how drawy the board is. You can afford to make one more bet, but now he's handing the initiative to Sam, which will probably get the job done.
But JD's been mixing it up, so it's very tough to put it past him to be getting tricky in that spot.
Oh, that's painful. Deuce 3 in the big when you've got 5 big blinds.
Yeah, it's so cruel.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see Sam Peel here. He likes these sorts of hands, but okay.
Yeah, I think he just getting out the way, probably making the fold is going to make him more profit in that situation with Manisha so short. So
Yeah, he's probably thinking, if Manisha's that short, we'll wait for her to bust. But how unfortunate. Deuce 3 in the big blind, Deuce 3 in the small blind when you're invested. Now she'll pick up aces and everyone will fold.
Oh,
Deuce 3
off
way!
again.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't need a break. I'm so short.
I don't even know what the odds are of being dealt Deuce 3 hands in a row.
Listen.
Not again. 4-5?
Oof. I think she's going to pick up an ace-x.
Got to get something now, surely.
Oh, Deuce 6 off. Doesn't get worse. Deuce 3 probably had more
We're all
playability.
waiting for a jam from many.
Crazy.
I'm also waiting for a jam from me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Sam.
we have good cards. I mean,
Sam making it
I'll
very,
tell you.
very clear.
I'm
he's
getting
waiting
good
for a
cards. I'm
jam.
just waiting for better.
yeah. Many will tell you when we have good cards. So jam.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Radhika's
We'll try and
got to be
oblige.
that's
Yeah.
tough. When you've got to be aware of that you can be pressure can be applied to you with Manisha being so short. So there could be an argument for folding the ace-9 on the button just in that spot, unless you're willing to call it off. That's a different thing. Looks like Sam's just done with this hand.
Right, Sam's done with it. He's made it very clear. He's waiting for Manisha to get all the chips in. Unfortunate again on the big blind. 10-5 off for Mini. Pocket 8s for Radhika. Doubt she'll be getting any action here.
Yeah.
She's going to pick up the blinds. She'll be more than happy to do that. And she slowly clawed her way to second in chips. Huh?
No jam, no
Yeah,
butter,
this is
no
great.
bread.
Yeah, great play. I
She's
mean,
running cold. Feel bad.
Manisha can still come back, but when you're just being dealt
But Haldiram
utter
doesn't work.
garbage like that,
Dude, the moment I stopped eating those
it's
chips, I
almost
became
impossible.
content.
Time to get in the bag.
Yeah, it's
That's
time to get
exactly
those.
what happened. But the problem is I'm extremely full right now.
I think
एक एक दाना खा लो.
Sam's caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. He wants Manisha to bust, but he's looking king 8 suited. Why do I have to fold?
Wow, and in the middle of all that, the chip leader is going to extend his chip lead a little more, with some people deciding to not play back and Manisha being so short but so dead. Here we go, pocket 5s.
Here we go.
Let's go. Oh, ace king off for Radhika Shankar. Wow.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to cut straight
Wow.
to the banter after this
She
flop
helped you.
rolls out.
Yeah, I guess
She helped you.
I hit something.
I had mine. It was mine. Oh, ace king.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Whoa, trips. Nice hand. Meaning, a lot of
Thank
patience there,
you.
yeah. A lot of patience.
Have to, yeah. What's the point otherwise? Just gotta sit and click, that's it. So just might as well have some patience.
These guys are going to get involved in every hand.
You
I'm
guys
telling
always
you.
get the same flop, Jack 10 X.
Yeah, something like that.
I
Yeah.
think what's happened is Sam
And he has a
was
jack and I have
hoping
a 10.
Manisha would bust, and then she's doubled up, and now he's like,
Except
right, back to
sometimes.
the blueprints. I mean, double gut shot for Sam, queen or a 9, but he's going to have to pay third of his stack, nearly
he's
a quarter of his stack to see it.
No. Had a good king.
Hmm.
The flop was bad. I should
It
shout
wasn't
that.
easy just to pile in from the button.
So that's not good.
6-8 suited. When you're that short, you already invested one big blind in it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely live. I mean, flick it in or wait for the next hand. I mean, I'd probably call it off.
Oh my God,
got
she's
one.
got 2-4 off again.
More than 50%, well, maybe 60% of the chips in play.
Right, and more
the win.
Right, interesting session of play coming up after this break. And with that being said, we're going to go on a short break. Hello and welcome to another episode featuring great play from day 2 of season 2 of the Poker Sports League. The action folds to the small blind, where seated is Sumit Sapra of the Punjab Bluffers. He's really short stacked and desperately needs a double up. But in his way, in the big blind, is Bobby Zhang of the Chennai Thalaiwas. Let's see how the action unfolded. After a great start to the second season of the Poker Sports League, we move to the poker action from day 2. Today's hand features some blind versus blind action between Sumit Sapra of the Punjab Bluffers and Bobby Zhang of the Chennai Thalaiwas. Players from under the gun up till the button not picking up a hand of any sorts, so they're all gonna let go, as you will see in the pictures. Sumit Sapra in the small blind really needs some help because he's short stacked, so he's gonna look to double up a great hand. He's got pocket nines. He's up against Bobby Zhang, who's in the big blind. Jack 10 off for Bobby. Bobby's gonna make the call, and we're off. The flop comes Queen, King, 6. This is gonna be a real sweat for Sumit. His nines are ahead right now, but Bobby Zhang's got loads of outs to knock him out of this. We go to a turn. Sapra fades on the turn a 7 of diamonds. He's closer to this double up by that much. The river, however, so brutal. Another 9, Bobby Zhang celebrates. Absolute heartbreak for Sumit Sapra and the Punjab Bluffers. He's gonna have to take a walk. Sumit Sapra's shove being called down by Bobby Zhang. Zhang picking up massive equity on that King-Queen export. Sapra's 9s managing to fade on the turn, only to be rivered by that 9. Another great moment from Season 2 of the Poker Sports League. Stay tuned into this space for more great poker action.
What's up guys, my name is Siddharth Karya. So unlike live events where many recreational players are attracted, the format of this event is such that we are competing against 30 extremely good players. So simple maths and some previous dynamics are going to be the basis of most decisions. The virtual mantra is going to be KISS, which is keep it stupidly simple, Jugaad. So wanting it real bad, I think, will go a long way because most of the players will either not be very keen at the beginning and will be serious only when they get some points, or they'll give up at the end when they think that they sort of have the chance or don't have a huge chance. So just that hunger and deciding from the very beginning, I think, will be a huge edge. I do feel very blessed and lucky to have gotten this chance. So cheers. Watch me play in the first ever Virtual Poker League, and this time I'm going all in for charity. Cheers.
And this first sit and go that we have for you today, 3 players have busted out. The 3 remaining, Jaydeep Dawar of the Gujarat Falcons, Radhika Shankar of the Chennai Troopers, and Sam Reddy of the Deccan Aces. And joining me, the legendary Sam Razavi. Sam, we're looking forward to a good session of play here too, and what's going to be even better is we've got another sit and go lined up for the players as well. This second sit and go that we have for the day. Do you see JD doing anything fancy and not making it out of this in pole position?
I think he's. I would like to see him get a bit more aggressive and try and take control more. But he's also playing very solid. So, having said that, yeah, I think he's certainly favourite to take it down. But yeah, like we said, anything can happen. Radhika's definitely picking her spots.
Right. Can you see the gameplay, Sam? Can you see the action?
At the moment, I think it's loading up now. Yeah. So.
All right. I believe the action has begun because everyone's got game face on. The 3 remaining players. We're just going to wait to get back to the action.
What?
I got quads.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Yeah. So.
Queen.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Good game. Very good game.
Oh.
Bad luck.
Well, we've had a bust out with that, and we're heads up.
All right, heads up.
Good luck. Take
Wow.
care.
Okay.
All right.
I can't believe I got quads, man.
Oh, so
Wow.
so Radhika is just saying she got quads.
Yeah, I think by the look of it, it looked like she was up against Jack Queen, and I think he'd flopped the up and down, or he had a Jack, and it rolled out a couple of tens, and yeah, so wow.
Ooh.
Straight into the heads-up match.
Straight into the heads-up match. Radhika Shankar shown she can definitely hang around there with the big boys. JD with all that experience is going to be piling on the pressure with his stack. Going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And I still can't call this, even though JD's got almost a 2-1 chip lead.
Well, there you go. I was just about to say, Radhika's one double up away from turning the tables, and JD for sure is going to get this in. Bam! Here we go.
Here we go, and that's what they're saying.
In the absence of a 5, no.
Brutal.
Oh,
that's so brutal.
Ooh. GG, man. Whoa.
We've come back, and in 2 minutes, it's
Sick.
over. I
Nice,
mean,
nice.
that's so painful for Radhika. She was literally that double up away from having a 2-1 chip lead herself.
Wow.
And then that nasty 2 out of 5. Oh,
wow, that was so sick. And just like that, in I believe, in as many hands, Jaideep Tawar has knocked out both Radhika Shankar and Sam Reddy and given the Gujarat Falcons pole position from this particular sit and go. And Sam, thanks so much for being with us. I have a feeling we can have the scorecard from stuff that's happened so far, so that we have an understanding of which team is where. Or maybe we can save that for a little later in the day. What stood out for you, Sam, from the play that you saw from all these players in this particular sit and go?
yeah, I thought it was nice to see a different sort of dynamic, and I think that came about because of the background of all the different players. We have the actor, the lawyer, the students, and the master, and it was great to see Sam Reddy, obviously, with that style of play that's very appropriate for a cash game, showing how that aggressive style worked to some degree in this sit and go format. Abhishek, really unfortunate, is going to go away kicking himself, feeling unlucky that he didn't get further in this particular sit and go. It was just a flip, and what can you do? And yeah, it was great. Just a bit unfortunate for Radhika. She's really going to just that 2 outer could have meant the difference between the first and second place. But we can't take away from through the whole sit and go. I think he played very solid.
Yeah. I think I'm sorry to cut you off, Sam. I think like you said, we can't take anything away from JD and the Gujarat Falcons, and the way he was seated. He was in the zone. He was involving himself in minimal banter. He was trying to, whenever he was involved in some banter, he was trying to probe for some information from the other players. And I love that. And I love that dynamic. The small and the big battle with JD. When JD was on the small and Sam Reddy was on the big. That was definitely one of the highlights of this event. And like you said, the lineup that we had in this sit and go, so many different kinds of people from different walks of life. all coming together under this VPL banner.
Yeah, and there's going to be obviously there's a sick lineup for the second sit and go tonight. So I honestly think people should, if you're going to watch one, you definitely come back later and watch the second sit and go, because it's a real great lineup. So I think it's going to be a fantastic sit and go, and I think it's going to be a lot different, honestly, to the way that this one's played out today. So it'll be great to see. I'm really looking forward to watching that one as well.
Right. That being said, we're going to wrap it up from here in the booth. From Goa, I'm signing off, and from Bristol, we're saying bye to Sam. And we'll see you guys in the second sit and go. Don't miss, it's going to be absolutely mouth-watering.